G'day everybody, welcome back. My name's Jonah, I'm the coach of the old Razzle Dazzle Football Club, and today we're going to be reviewing my team for round 3. As you can see, I scored 2,048 points, which I think was just below par. I moved down about 100 rankings to 2,174, which still isn't too bad, and I think that we're in a pretty good position to move forward and climb those ranks. So we'll just start off with defence. We had Jaden Short, who scored 118 points, which is really good, obviously. He's been such a great pick to start the year, averaging 105, and I think he'll be in the top 3 defenders by the end of the year. His break-even's only 77, so he's going to be even more expensive because he'll outscore that this week against the Bulldogs, I would assume. So, yeah, he got 8 marks on the weekend, which was really good to see. And he takes the kick-ins for Richmond all the time. So, yeah, he's just going to continue to score really well for us. Moving on, we have Lockie Whitfield, who scored a 91, which obviously isn't the worst, but we're not getting what we thought we would get from him. He's only averaging 82 for the year. So hopefully he can bounce back against Fremantle this week and do a lot better. So we'll just wait and see. We obviously won't trade him out, but he's just one to keep our eye on. George Hewitt had 119, which is just huge. Last week in the round review, I mentioned that he had 27 handballs against the Bulldogs, and I wanted to see a bit more of an even split between kicks and handballs, and that's exactly what he did this round with 14 kicks and 14 handballs, with also laying 9 tackles. So he was just monumental against the Hawks, and we knew those Blues midfielders were going to run riot against them. So yeah, good team to target the Hawks. And he's got the Suns coming up, and his break-even's only 36, so he's going to continue to go up in cash. If you don't have him, I'd recommend getting him in this week. James Sicily scored 101 points, which was really, really good. He's also been a great pick to start the year, averaging 92 with a break-even of 42. He's going to go up as well, so he plays great time on ground. He takes marks all the time, so he's really good for those plus sixes. And he has the Saints this week, so I'm going to hope he scores another 100 this week, but we'll wait and see. Probably won't be that high, let's be honest. So moving on, we've got Luke Foley, 56 points, which was really disappointing. I think Shannon Hearn came back into the team this week, and that's really hurt him. He's still got great time on ground, so hopefully he can bounce back this week against Collingwood, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, not looking too good with West Coast defenders back. His break-even's only 37, so he still should go up and cross that $500,000 mark. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Hopefully he bounces back against Collingwood. Paddy McCartan wasn't great. He scored 41 points and he gave away 3 free kicks, so a score could have been around the 50 mark. But honestly, I would be looking to move him on from your team if you can. What was his break even? It's 25, so he's got the North Melbourne this week. He'll make more cash this week, but you can get rid of him if you want to. I'm kind of looking to do that myself this week, but we'll chat about that in another video, the Trade Insights video coming soon. Sam Skinner scored 33 points in both the games that he's played, which isn't good at all. His break-even's 15. He's not going to make too much cash because he can't really even outscore it. So yeah, he's not great, and you can look to move him on as well. Sam DeConning is another one who just isn't scoring well at all, but his job security looks a bit better than Skinner's, perhaps. So I guess you can just keep on your bench, but yeah, he's not one that's going to make a whole bunch of cash either. Moving on to the midfielders, Jack McRae was my vice captain, and he only scored 75 points, which was really disappointing. He's got a break even of 152, so if you started without him, well done, because you're going to be able to pick him up for a lot cheaper than what I paid for him at the beginning of the year. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he bounces back against Richmond, but we definitely won't trade him because he's Jack McRae, but he's only averaging 100, and for the 950 or however much it was that I paid for him at the beginning of the year, I was expecting a lot more than what he's putting out, so a little bit disappointing. Clayton Oliver, on the other hand, 117, averaging 112 for the year. He's been a great pick. He's been getting 30 touches every game. He took 8 marks and could have laid a few more tackles on the weekend. So he's another one that's doing really well, and I'm really happy that I picked him at the beginning of the year. Lachie Neale was my captain, which was super disappointing. He only scored 86 points. He went down in the first quarter with a rolled ankle, I think, and that just affected him for the rest of the game. So hopefully he's okay and that he bounces back against Geelong. But yeah, super disappointing as my captain pick. Patrick Cripps, on the other hand, 138 points. He's been the player of the season so far, just about. He's been huge. He's the only player that scored over 110 points in every game. He comes up against the Suns this week, so I'm kind of looking to put him as my captain this week, but we'll wait and see. He scored, what did he score? 138. He's got a break even of 51. And yeah, he's just going to keep going up in cash, so if you don't have him, make sure you get him. Matt Rao scored 87 over the weekend, and he laid 13 tackles. It's pretty disappointing to see that in the past 2 weeks he's only got 6 and then 5 kicks. But his time on ground's been good, and hopefully he bounces back this week against Carlton. And his break even's 48. He should outscore that, so he should go up more. But you know, if you don't have any other trades to do, I wouldn't be too disappointed in moving him on. Nick Dacos scored 89, which is great. He's just been a really good cash cow. He's got a break-in of 2, and he comes up against West Coast Eagles. Looking forward to round 6 where I can swap him back to my D6. I'll probably keep Foley in the team until round 6, so I can throw Dacos back there, but we'll just wait and see. Jason Horne-Francis, he's always going to score your 60s and 70s. His break-even is 12. He's going to continue to go up. He's safe on field, so yeah, make sure you put him on your field and just enjoy what he can pump out. Pretty consistent rookie for us. So Josh Ward scored 63 and Connor McDonald scored 64. They're both pretty decent, making lots of cash, and I'm happy with the two of them. Josh Ward has a break-even of 8, and Connor McDonald has a break-even of 4. So both of those boys have good job security, and they're going to continue to go up in cash. Reef McInnes is someone that I brought in for in the week. He scored a 59, so pretty good on debut. I can't complain with that for a rookie. He comes up against West Coast this week, so hopefully he keeps a spot on the team and continues to make more money with that break-even of 2. Moving on to the rucks, we have Brodie Grundy. So he hasn't turned up all year. He's been pretty disappointing. He's going to continue to go down in cash, I think, unless he does score 124, which we know he's capable of, but he hasn't done that this year so far. Comes up against West Coast, so we'll see what he can do. But yeah, again, just really disappointing. Didn't take any marks on the weekend, so we'll see what he can do this week against West Coast. Max Gawn's another one. He scored 101 points, which obviously isn't too bad, but considering you could have gone to Bruce for you would have banked like $500,000, and Bruce actually outscored him by 7 points. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing that Gawn only got that 101. So I might look to move him to Bruce this week. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, like I said before, you'll know what my trades are in next video, or at least what I'm planning to do. So yeah, we'll wait and see. If we do keep him, he's got Port Adelaide this week, so yeah, hopefully he can bounce back. Jack Hayes scored 45. He's been pretty disappointing. With Ryder returning to the team, he might even lose his position in the team. So he does have Hawks this week. And a break-even of 10, so if he keeps his position, you might be able to hold 1 week, but then again, to move to Bruce is only about like $40,000 or $50,000, so I would probably be doing that move this week if you can. Moving on to the forwards, we've got Josh Dunkley, who scored 132. He was just really good, and he's going to continue to go up in money with that 73 break-even. He laid 11 tackles and had 31 touches, so he was just huge. And averaging 115 for the year. He's looking like he'll be in the top 2 forwards by the end of the year, maybe him and Taranto. So yeah, if you don't have Dunkley, make sure you get him. Adam Treloar got an 88, which isn't too great. Obviously, it's not the worst. He's averaging 100 for the year, so he's just going about his business, and hopefully he does well against Richmond this week, but he certainly isn't hurting us, and he'll probably be a top 6 forward by the end of the year. Stephen Cornelio scored 114, which was great to see. I was thinking about trading him out last week, but he has repaid the faith. He had 92% time on ground, 32 touches. He had 3 behinds as well, so it could have been even bigger. And yeah, he's getting around 5 tackles every week, which is really good to see. He versus Fremantle this week, so hopefully he can have another big week. So yeah, happy that I held on to him. Zach Butters, on the other hand, scored 59, which is really disappointing. I mean, some of those plays in the showdown kind of just went missing for Port, and after scoring 137, yeah, 59 is not a great way to back it up. So hopefully he bounces back against Melbourne this week and can score over 100 again. But we'll just have to keep our eye on him. Josh Shelley scored 42 points, so he's not looking like he's too safe on field. I mean, he's a small forward, so he's going to get these scores every now and then. His break-even's 27, so he'll probably go up in cash for the next 1 or 2 weeks, but honestly, I wouldn't be afraid to go early on him and trade him out this week. So yeah, obviously I played him on field instead of Nick Martin, which cost me 29 points, which I won't be making that mistake this round. I'll be playing Martin on field instead of Rochelle. So yeah, a bit disappointing that that happened, but oh well. Moving on to Tristan Cherry. He scored 79 points, and he's just looking like a really solid pick. I mean, he's rucking, getting like 20 plus hit-outs a game, solid time on ground, and yeah, in round 6 we can probably move him to the ruck line as well, which will be really good, but he's safe on field. Nick Martin, 71, he was just really good again. Look, took 8 marks, he had 20 touches. Yeah, play him on field if you need. He's got a negative 31 break even, so he's just going to fly up in cash. This is probably the last week that you can get him before he gets too expensive, so if you don't have him, prioritize getting him. He's just going to make so much money. Jed McGinty is another guy that I brought in, and he scored 48, which isn't too bad. He went up 20,000, and he has a break even of 8. So if he keeps the position, he'll continue to go up in cash. He laid 7 tackles, so maybe Ken Hinkley will keep him in for that small forward pressure role, but I don't know. I wouldn't count on it because obviously they've lost the first 3 games, and Ken Hinkley will probably look to mix up the team a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jed McGinty doesn't keep a spot. Brady Huff scored 37 for me, which obviously isn't great. Break even of 21. If you have him, you can look to move him on. Not too sure how great his job security is, but we know the West Coast team is pretty depleted at the moment. He's got 80% time on ground in both of his games, so I don't know. You can maybe keep him another week and see what happens. But if he's not listed in the teams on Thursday night, then be sure to get rid of him. That wraps up the team review for round 3, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, maybe tell a friend about the channel if they're interested in fantasy, and keep your eyes peeled for the Trade Insights video coming in the next couple of days. Alright, thanks guys, really appreciate it. See you later.